What's going on, everybody? This your boy King Gabe, and we're here with, of course, Big Sis
Casey
Casey,
Roberts.
bringing in the storm. Oh
Yep.
yeah. So, and yeah, I know this is kind of little new setup here, but as I say, do what we can
Uh,
now. You know.
my camera wasn't working on my computer, so we had to, change up a little bit.
Oh,
So,
yeah, that's why you guys are seeing the camera in the shot there because we're both looking at
that's
the
better.
screen. Yeah. And to say one.
So it'll be a little bit different in this in his video. So
Yep. Yep. But like I say, this is pretty much and beyond since this is a video of how we met each other, this is pretty much was our communication for a long time leading up to
but
now. Yeah. Over the
but the only difference, we couldn't see each other. There was a phone that you actually had to dial the number, not find the person on your contacts, and actually answer. And it had of course, it had the name person you were who was sitting,
and
but different,
yeah, the ancient phones there. Let's say.
My day.
But yeah, but we definitely, but yeah, but communication was definitely strong though.
Yep.
Yeah, and actually, since you mentioned about that phone, that actually reminded me of a dream I once had where I actually, this was back in high school, I think. I called you like on Saturday mornings there when we watched, and
Yep.
I'm in the living room sitting on the floor, with the TV on. I think some point after you answered the phone, I looked over at the couch and you're sitting there with the phone, looking at the TV, and I'm like, does she know that I'm right here?
Aw.
It's almost like almost like that trick one of my uncles did on my grandma. I was like, hey, how you doing? You know, I'm right here in your house. See, yeah, playing a little phone prank on her. Say, ooh, oh yeah,
Yeah.
fun times though. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we get to the first one. Obviously,
Yep.
met of course in summer school.
Sorry about that.
Where
Had to move.
met.
So we met at summer school. I had to redo uh, um, one of my grades in middle school because of reasons. So I had to do summer camp. So I went to there at not knowing that I was going to meet him. And I was alone and sat at a table at the cafeteria when lunch was around. And, or I don't remember if there was a lunch, but we were in the cafeteria. And he came over from, and sat down, and he said, he didn't even know about Yu-Gi-Oh at this point. And he said, "Do you look like that Taya girl?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm not into it. I don't want a boyfriend or anything like that." And yeah, there is a Taya, but no. It's just because at the time I had a lot going on in middle school outside. Not going to say, because it's personal stuff.
Right.
But then we started to talk about anime, and he started to learn more about anime, and then he realized about some of the ones he had in the past that were like cartoons, like
Right.
in the day.
Yeah, cause
But
I
his end, I'll let you know his end.
well, I had watched a couple before I met Kid. I had watched oh yeah, and about yeah, of course, that's kind of what led to as we bonded more. It was more like a brother sister chemistry. And
Yeah.
I kind of off topic a little bit. I kind of think the Power Rangers look at each other that same way. They're Mighty Morphin, like that's
Yeah.
like they're siblings. But
Yeah.
the anime I did know about before I met Casey was, of course, Pokemon because of the video games, and then Digimon, which I thought was a Pokemon copy, but I was like, wow, this is really different.
Because they're very similar in different ways.
Right. But one thing I didn't know, I heard like on Fox Kids they would say like anime invasion, stuff like that. I didn't really like catch on to what that was about there. But I just knew like, oh, these are cool shows and I like them there. And then like, oh, so they're called anime. Like, what's that mean? And that's where it started. Yu-Gi-Oh through her was really the true door opener of like not my first anime, but understanding what that meant there.
See, with me, how I knew anime was I would get this magazine called Shonen Jump at the time where it would only have certain amount of chapters of certain things, and sometimes it would skip over those chapters of anime. So that's how I got into anime, and then I watched Sailor Moon, and then Digimon and Pokemon, and then of course Yu-Gi-Oh.
Mm. Oh yeah.
And I mean that's how I got into anime itself. I mean, but I can't try to remember the first anime I got into. And of course, I mean, the non-anime-ish would be Power Rangers, the classic first ever one.
The set because of the Super
Where,
Sentai share.
yeah, and so I only watched 2 seasons of Power Rangers because I was more the type who would just prefer classic, like. Also, Dragon Ball Z was another one.
Oh yeah.
But Dragon Ball Super.
I know what you're talking about there.
Because I'm classic. I prefer the original. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the change of things in there is very different, and if you prefer that, all good, But then I got into a lot of other animes that brings on to the role-playing part.
Oh yeah. No. Them role playing days there.
And he is a really good change of voice actor over there.
Why?
He can do all different ones. I'm trying to remember. Go ahead.
Well, of course, Casey girl. and you, Kaiba boy.
Kaiba boy.
Funny, I can't. And you know what? It's like they say, you never know who's in that recording room when you're doing voiceovers, but it is.
Oh yeah.
It is amazing how the voice of Eric Stewart goes from Kaiba to Pegasus to Brock and to James from Team Rocket and also Chemo.
Wow.
Yeah, he also played Chemo there. And
oh wow.
No, I didn't even know that.
Then again, back then they had limited people who voice act because I watched Gundam Wing the first time, and two of the main characters had the same voice actor.
Oh yeah, and
And it threw me off, and I'm like, but like back then I actually watched it. And I also stayed up past my bedtime and stayed up to our Toonami.
oh yeah, oh
And
tsunami.
and then I watched Inuyasha, Yu
I
Yu
remember that.
Hakusho,
I remember
and
that. Yeah.
Cowboy Bebop, and then there was one other. But there was a lot of animes that I watched back in high school that you know how you are in high school where you just your mom tells you to go to sleep at this certain time, but you're trying to turn the volume down and still watch it.
I I have to tell you I was doing that even before I got to high school, but it wasn't with anime. I was actually there were school nights that I stayed up past 10 to watch. I don't know if you heard of this show, Mama's Family. Say,
I think I've
Mama.
heard of it, but I never watched it.
Oh, okay, but that's I don't know why I was just in at that time I was just in I stayed up school nights to watch it when my mom was asleep there.
I
Um,
mean, you know, everybody grows up with their own little thing that they want to watch, and I understand that totally. But that mostly the stay up and at various century of nights.
oh yeah.
It was at in high school. Middle school, it was.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
remember much of middle school because I blocked out. I had a lot of medicine issues. I have epilepsy, so I had a lot of medical issues. We were trying to find the right medicine, and it was just my emotions were from here to here, like high, and then back down to here. So actually chatting with him and meeting him actually helped me through a lot of stuff.
Oh really?
I was
Yeah.
like, I'm not gonna say it on the web, but I'll tell you later,
Oh,
this
okay.
chat.
Oh,
Um, but I had a lot of background, emotional roller coaster middle school, I think is the way to put it without going into details. One of my medicines just made me feel from nice, you moved one little spoon, I would be right on you and get up here,
yeah.
ticked off.
I probably.
So yeah.
I,
Thankfully I got off that medicine, found a new medicine, and it made a lot of things better. So, but yeah,
yeah.
I'll put it just this way for everybody who wonders about epilepsy. It's an awareness where seizure is not the best thing to joke about, nor epilepsy itself, because you wouldn't understand it unless you saw it yourself.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I know.
But I want to tell people who have epilepsy, don't give up. And the parents of them, don't give up. You're gonna have a rough ride, but you still have that one little hope that you keep going.
Right.
Anyway,
Sort of like my case of, as I mentioned
yeah,
in the last ADHD, you got autism. Yes,
yeah,
it's different.
yeah. Both of us have different. It might be different perspectives and different ways, of what we deal with. But both of us, we still move on.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
with God also, I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Him. I know
Exactly.
there are people out there who will be like, oh no 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 no, the people who think that, you need to realize that he is real.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, and that's all I'm going to say about it, because I don't want to bring in a huge amount of religion and you know,
Yeah.
because we're talking about, you know, our past and some stuff about, you know, just some of our details of our life. But anyway, let's go to another subject.
Okay. So yeah, as you heard, yeah, we met. I was like, I thought she was Taya from Yu-Gi-Oh! Which when I asked her, I actually say you look like that brown-haired girl. Because the funny story is, the last half of my eighth grade year before summer school, I actually, and this is gonna sound, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this to you before, Case, but when Yu-Gi-Oh was first advertised, like it was supposed to be a game, and I don't know why, you you know I sort of criticize myself for this. You think I would have learned from mistaking Digimon for Pokemon, but for some reason I thought it was a card captor's ripoff, and I rolled my eyes at it. And then I actually started watching it. And oh, I thought it was on for a second. But I started watching it, and I was like, I wasn't catching on to like exactly, I guess you could say, the plot of stuff, but it looked cool. It would
Yeah.
look cool, and and I literally watched from episode 1 all the way up to Yugi versus Kaiba in front of the castle throughout.
Yep.
And then we met at summer school, and I was like, you look like that brown haired
Yeah.
girl from the show. And oh, you mean Taya?
And
No.
yeah, you mean Taya? No, I mean, my brain with that flirtation stuff.
Oh, yeah.
At the time, just at the time, there was a lot of crushes around me, thinking, oh, they could, you know, my mind was thinking, oh, you know, someone could date me, you know, and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so that's only the reason why I said, hey, I'm not, you know, and it's not, it wasn't any, you know, offense to you, because
Well, actually, you know, and I will say, you know, I don't now. I will admit I did think that before you. So I didn't like come out and say it, but I was thinking it, and then of course she cleared it up. But
Yep.
with the but yeah, it wasn't with the Taya thing. But I will say, and my mom can tell you for herself. Then eighth grade, and then I think also senior year, I literally was like actually trying to find a girlfriend, like just because, just anybody. And like I think I remember senior year I was asking someone out to homecoming that she was kind of you know, because I'm kind of chubby myself, but she was also on the chubby side, but she was really tall, but she was taller than me too. I was like,
Oh, wow.
would you mind going to homecoming with me? And my say, yeah, that didn't turn out so. My mom was like, oh my goodness, you were desperate.
See, with homecoming and prom, I never went because strobe lights, I knew they would be there.
Oh
and
yeah.
I didn't have anybody that I know in my group of friends, you know, or, you know, just in general, that I could ask, or just in general, I was like, I don't want to get, I was a lot more sensitive back then with the seizures. So, going there would have been a very huge trigger to me. And plus my mom and dad were worried about that. And so, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
But I did hear that it was nice. It was good from my friends, my high school friend group. You know, so
Yep. And yeah, like I said, I know I didn't see this back then, but yeah, like now and actually, looking at some of the stuff from then up to now, yeah, we definitely because I think even because even EJ, he feels the same way that I do towards you there.
yeah,
And
I'm
that's
a little round myself, but it's my body. God
yeah.
made me as I am, you
Well,
know, and
I meant
I
about the big.
learned to
I meant about the
accept it.
sister
You know?
brother thing. Yeah, I.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
I've learned to, and I'm planning on working out more. So that AJ would love to hear these words. So I know
yeah.
he's active.
Well, yeah. I was, but yeah, I was referring to like the brother sister
Mhm.
thing. Yeah, 'cause,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
as I
They're
mentioned.
more brother sister type relationship than a girlfriend or a boyfriend. You know, no, and just in general, this is even before Christina, and I respect Christina to a T because both of you guys are awesome together. And so I don't like getting in between situations between you with you guys. If there's something, wrong, kind of, just go to the side, and make sure you guys, are all right together. I
Yeah,
respect boundaries.
and I do, and that's one thing I'm really that's really even better that I can, friends like like you and EJ that both me and Christina can enjoy you guys there.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that.
I love you guys. Like I
Uh,
love to hang out with you guys and enjoy time. I mean, there's just times though that I won't be able to, be available. Especially, I'll text you on something about next week. So, anyway, what else was it? There anything?
well, I think there's one thing I like as far as a memory that
Yeah,
kind of really highlights the brother sister thing. Um, the now since both of us are present, you
yes.
remember there was this one day in summer school. I have never that I came there, as usual, and the principal, not gonna say his name, but I'm
Yeah.
heading. There's plenty of room on the bottom seat, and he's like, "No, you go up to the top row." But I did to go up to the top. Okay, I go up to the top. Bell rings. Everybody leaves for the class, and then if to anybody watching that scene, the Garfield Christmas special, I look down them bleachers. It's like Garfield looking down from the Christmas tree. Like, oh my god! And then the thing about it, I really hate. I'm now there actually are some good bleachers like Uri Drive. It's okay. They got a little way you can get down
Yeah.
pretty well. Woodlawn has some really good bleachers. The summer
I,
school, the summer,
I went to Gary, so I know what the bleachers look like there.
but the summer school, those bleachers were horrible getting down from the top, and because it's like you step up and you go down in a dip, climb up, down in a dip, and that's a risk of falling all the way down, and that's what freaked
Man,
me out. And I'm like, oh my
when,
god.
to be honest, I wouldn't blame you at all.
And
I still kind of have the same type of issues going downstairs. I'm like, because I've fallen a few times. That's the reason why I'm like, just like what you said. You're just like, oh, am I gonna fall? No, I need to make sure I have the right feet, right way,
right foot, left foot.
and don't trip. And nearly hurt your feet and your body.
Yep. And so Casey was the only person that came back in there, like, cause we were posted, we went to the first class together. So you, I don't know where Gabe, and so she figured that I was still in there, and I was for the first. She said, look, Gabe, just come down. I'm gonna be right here. So I was
Yeah.
like, okay. I stepped down, I stepped down.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I was just making sure you were okay, and you didn't fall or anything.
Yep, and yeah, that's what I say. That's what really kind of highlights the, especially why we say big sis, because yeah, it's pretty much like it's like, okay, I gotta get my little brother down here, sort of as a I guess you could say, be like a female version of Seto Kaiba from Mokuba. It's like Mokuba.
Come on,
and that's kind of what made me bring the fanfic ideal of us as Supergirl and Superman there,
yeah.
and now and soon next year at some point the Wild On series there. So
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I remember that. You mentioned that.
yep, it was like
Which I kind of have a character in, but it's going to be a very interesting series.
oh yeah, connected with Yumiko of course
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Next to Yumiko, it's also going to be one of the I'm really hoping a really good series.
Oh yeah, that's kind of my thing. I kind of like creating different things there, which of course you know about that there.
Oh yeah, I totally understand that. That's like me and my drawings that I draw. So, which is featured in one of his books,
Yep.
Flora,
Oh yes, the
and then what the
Star
hidden one
Striker.
he uses a
Yeah,
lot.
I think it was the Star Striker.
Yeah, Star Striker. I was thinking about his character in our role playing game.
Yep,
Man, our piece. His character was named Hiko.
Hiko.
Who liked
Yeah,
I
which
had a character named Julie who liked. Well, at first it was Joey, then it was Ryu, then it was Joey again, and then she ended up related to Seto in one part. There were so many ones we had
we
going on, like it was going back, forth.
we created we
But now,
we created a Yu-Gi-Oh multiverse.
yeah, pretty much. Like in the end, I still have my character of her, but she's with Malik, and then in AU, she's with Bakura because both of them, if like the different universes, if there's like a character who's with that character, she's with Brian because both of her personalities both click with both of them.
Yep, and I tell you a real funny thing, like in the first of our role plays, when she was Kaiba's sister, Julie,
Yep.
there was a funny moment. Yugi asked her out there, and he had to get permission from Kaiba. Now, just
That
picture.
was another one that she actually was when she was related to Kaiba. She was between Mokuba and age-wise. Well, actually, same as said.
Oh, so she was the same age as Seto, kind of.
No, she was in the same age as Yugi and them.
Oh, okay, because I
But
think yeah, because I think Seto is a little older than them.
yeah,
I think.
he did go to their school at once.
Right. I think in theory,
It was
I
It was
think
probably an age or so difference?
I think in theory, I think in the last movie, Dark Dimensions, he probably had already graduated before
Yeah.
them, and he probably was in his final year at the beginning of the series.
Oh, my thickness kicking in.
Yep. But yeah, you just imagine Yugi. Imagine if there was an episode Yugi goes like, hey Kaiba, I was just wondering if I could ask your sister out. What?
What?
Like,
What?
that's, don't get
I
me.
wish I could show your pictures, but that's a separate time and a half.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah.
So, so yeah, it was. Yeah, we had, like I said, we role played Yu-Gi-Oh, and of course, like you just mentioned, Inuyasha, and I think
Yeah.
It was
I had a
Sayuki.
character. I had a character from Moroku.
Oh,
Hikari was her name. That also, I mean, now in one of my canons, I have a sister for Inuyasha, which we already had that, but that actually she was there protecting Inuyasha through the years, and she ended up in Koga Force.
ah. And I tell you, speaking of anime, we never really did like come up with a plot for it, but there was once an ideal that we had. Now I'm sounding like Nick Fury. There
Yeah,
was an ideal where we was gonna do like anime invasion movie where all the anime
yeah.
characters just popped up in the real
Yeah.
world. It's like that and
There were a few times that we put our personas in the anime, but it was just kind of like a few times where it was one of those, what if we ended up there and
oh
having
yeah.
in the anime we were talking about, you know, and what happened, what would happen like when we were talking about the ideas.
Oh yeah.
I yeah, I'm still trying to remember some of those memories because there were so many memories.
Yeah, it was a lot of them there. Man, I was like, oh boy, that could if we actually did exist in those animes, that'd be like having other variants of us.
Oh yeah.
Like, and
So with the Dream League and stuff, and Heroes of Dawn, and how I created Julie from she ended up. This was actually from when we were role playing superheroes. I can't remember which one it was from.
I think
She was.
Teen Titans. I think you
Oh yeah,
as Raven's sister.
yeah. But then with I don't know where it created from. She had two swords back to her,
Oh
and
yeah.
a different style hair than he has. But it was brown and it was long, and she was very stubborn, and can't remember though. It's been so long.
I know she had. I know in Heroes of Dreams, her hair was real spiky when she being Sword Girl for
Yeah.
her. There.
I mean, no, I went back then. I drew, but it was not that good.
Oh yeah. Oh well, I put it this way. I mean, I got some drawings from way back. Matter of fact, I remember the first. I remember if one when I first started drawing, my animal
Yeah,
characters were probably the most decent thing in the beginning. But
yeah,
anytime I tried to draw like people back in the past, like I tried to draw John Arbuckle when I did Garfield comics, and John would be looking so weird there. And I
Trust me, I understand that.
and the first time I tried to draw like human characters from say like Pokemon, like Ash, there's a drawing I have of Ash that still looks like me trying to draw John, but it's oh my god. And
See,
it was just Ash
I
and Jess
understand.
it was just Ash and Jesse calling out to Pikachu and Meowth the whole comic strip.
Well, there recently, since a lot of things have been changing with my epilepsy and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
my drawings, like, I I'm just letting people know that I do abstract drawings, but I've learned that somehow I've learned how to make a actual human eye,
Hmm.
which back in high school, like him, I wouldn't have been able to do that. But
Yeah.
like my drawings, abstract drawings, are my coping skill with seizures or my anxiety.
Hmm.
And my mom asked me once, "How do you know when to stop?" I'm like, "When I stop." Because I sometimes I don't know when.
Oh, with your drawings there, you think?
Like when I draw.
Hmm. Be really getting in
Let
the
me see.
zone.
Let me see if I can find a drawing. Not bothering the dog.
Yeah. Up here. One. So yeah, that was pretty much what it was like there. And I know like in the beginning it was that was the whole in the 2004 Star Trek and Target. That was the whole thing. Sword Girl lost her parents
Yep.
and she was mad at the world. And Star Trek and Target, they ran into her attacking an Applebee's. And yeah, it was just like,
Yeah.
yeah, it just so we just had like this angry samurai, and out of nowhere, I think like cause it was like a two-parter, but out of nowhere,
Yeah.
Daredevil shows up because of course we're in the
Oh yeah.
Marvel universe. Because she was
So
Daredevil
I'm a
shows
Daredevil fan.
because somehow he's able to wear Sword Girl down because apparently he's immune to psychic attacks somehow. I
That was a thing, yeah,
yeah.
too. Psychic attacks.
I guess when you can't see, the psychic doesn't work on you. I don't know. It sounded cool back then.
So this is my just representation. I also paint.
Oh,
What do you think my seizures would be like in my brain?
oh, okay. That's
This is one of my stress drawings, or it's usually I could actually draw an eye.
I see. Sort of reminds me of I can't think what movie that's
It's
from, but it's a
a mental
um
seizure, and I'll say it this way. I felt like Sherlock Holmes in his mental palace, where there's all these different things going on, from numbers to random things
oh
or math.
yeah.
So yeah,
Mm. So yeah, but
it's
there was something that eye in your picture reminded me of from some kind of movie that's like real old there. Um I don't think Lord of the Rings, but something is they showed it in Lego Batman once there. Like they had like all these different old movie reference.
you mean Saruman, the from the volcano?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he had his being. They actually explained it in a series that was afterwards, but he wanted to basically take over the Earth, but he ended up in a volcano that could erupt and stuff like that. I haven't watched the Lord of the Rings series in a while. But I recommend it to people who haven't seen it. It's really good. Maybe they're long, but it's really good.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, especially I remember that the character like you shall not pass.
Gandalf.
Oh yeah. Yep. So yeah, that but yeah, with with Star Trek and Target, yeah, they
Yeah.
become friends with Sword Girl. She joins up with them. Then they have Bubble Girl, and went from because Star Trek and Target was basically like because we were watching Static Shock. Then it was like, okay, well let's do
Oh my God.
let, superhero Static Shock. the
I
the
actually love. Oh, I have to tell you, this is actually quite funny.
mm-hmm.
When I was with Amber at the convention in Dallas, my online friend, um, they had a Static Shock a drawing, that I gave him.
Yeah.
But I kept on saying Star Striker instead of Static Shock. It was so hilarious because I realized I was like, that's not Star Striker.
Yeah, and the funny thing
It was
about
funny
because I know
he just laughed.
because I know Star Striker was inspired from Static, but when I heard it
Yeah.
from her, first thing I was thinking like, wow, somebody actually drew Star Striker, and I'm thinking maybe somebody saw me, saw it online or something, and I'm like, I have a fan, I gotta see this. So I'm thinking there's gonna be this big Star Striker poster.
But I meant Static Shock, and but yeah, there was a big poster that I got for him, and to put up, and I think did I get Christina something?
I think you probably did. I'm not sure.
I don't remember.
From that I'm not I'm not sure, but yeah
Yeah.
yeah, but I know but yeah, of course, I think there's a short of me just showing the poster after it got, as they say in Daddy Daycare, laminated. Laminated. Say, yep.
No, $15.
Yep.
Sorry.
But good old Static Shock is the reason you guys have Star Striker.
Yep.
And yeah, cause I remember the days where I would, every time it came on back then, I would put the Star Striker costume on and be eating chicken nuggets there, watching it, and
every morning, Saturday morning, before kids was around, we would get up at the crack of dawn, and my mom always questioned, why the heck would you get up at that time in the morning, this 7 o'clock, 6 to 7 o'clock in the morning? And I'm like, it's because of the cartoons, I would always say that. I don't want to miss an episode.
and she would call to wake me up to see it there. I would, if we actually grew up like an actual brother or sister in the same household, it would first thing I pictured was I imagine you like you get up, then you run, and I'm like and you remember I don't know if you saw this trailer, but Hulk had Professor Hulk in the She-Hulk series put an air horn up to She-Hulk saying, that's the first thing that came to my mind was like, you coming in with that air horn? What? Like, so.
But also, there was a few times where I couldn't wake you up. Yeah, and I'm just like, okay, I'll watch it by myself.
Oh man.
Especially a few times which I totally understand. So, we we hadn't talked about the Miracle Crew formation. The brief talk about.
Oh yeah.
About Captain America and Superman and the Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah. Before we one brief little thing before we go. The Star Trek at Target, that Sword Girl, Bubble Girl, then was like, let's do our own Teen Titans thing, and we just threw in Bantam X. Now, of course, Bantam X will be more fleshed out in my Yumiko story, just like he was in Heroes of Dreams. But back then, we just threw him in there as, Sword Girl's dating him, he gets superpowers, and now they're the Dream League. so, yep, and then of course Heroes of Dream, and then Yumiko, of course.
Yep.
The Miracle Crew formation, which you guys, y'all listen to this, y'all probably heard some of this in my video with EJ of how we met there.
I gotta watch that one.
Oh, well, I know some people watching this probably already been seen it by the time this comes out, but yeah.
Yeah, by the time this comes out, it will be out.
So the Miracle Crew ideal formation, that actually, we had actually done some stuff on YouTube before. Like there's the Bumblebee review that we did before the crew, and a few other things. I think during the days of Brownie B. Brown Reacts there, here and there. So the whole thing with the crew idea, that came, of course, after my Miracle Universe page for some reason got copyright struck. And
I could tell you that you might have not added the copyright. This is from this person and this person, and then put it at the very end.
Oh, that.
But that's that's how there's a copyright strike about characters that are from.
Oh yeah,
Marvel or DC. So I hate to say that, but also movies. There's certain movies that you have to
be careful with. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be careful with, and also credit them.
Yep.
So. But yeah.
So yeah, there was that. There, it was on one of my reviews.
Also, just warning everybody else so that they know too. So.
Especially if you're a YouTuber that does reviews or reactions, stuff like that. Yeah. Which a lot of them probably already know that, but
Yep.
So yeah, there was that then. So I switched over to Miracle Productions that we have now, and then I was like, we need to do a crew thing. And what it was, before the switch occurred, not too long before that, I had a book signing at the Fall Festival. Casey came to it. And of course EJ came to it because, like I say, the one who was over it, he's they're real good friends with each other. And he was like, and he actually did Sherry Gray. And he actually didn't know that me and her went to school together. He's like, really? Small world.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, that's how it is. It's a small world when it comes to those type of little things.
Because I didn't even know it because, like I said, she went by Sherry Gray as kind of like her business name. But the name I knew her by in school was Shannon. Yeah. So yeah, that was that. But that first time that we saw it, like we took, like, we were just, four of us were just hanging out, that sparked an idea like, it's almost like Batman at the end of the Justice League 3-parter. What should we do if this happens again?
Yep.
So you mind? I want us to be the Justice League. So in our case, the Miracle Crew.
Yeah.
And and with the start of Miracle Productions, that's how we started. That we would, like I say, I know not all the time, but every so often collab on certain things, stuff like that.
Yep.
And yeah, it's like we did. I think the first major collab we did as the Miracle Crew was, of course, was actually talking about Jason David Frank, but it was something that came up with you. So it was me, EJ, and Christina for that one. But Captain
I met him in
America.
the elevator.
Yes, that was one reason why
It
was trying to get.
funny because he was in front of me, and it was when I was cosplaying the 11th Doctor from Doctor Who, and he was just talking to me about just regular stuff. I didn't realize it was him until I realized his voice, and he was walking out of the elevator, and when with his Power Ranger white tiger, I think,
Like tattoo kind of.
yeah, his hat, and he went around the corner, and the door closed before I could go out. I was like,
that was Tommy.
but the thing is, you can actually do that with people like voice actors and famous people and stuff without realizing it's them until they leave. So he was really nice though.
Oh yeah,
It was back in my it was probably college-ish.
Oh really?
But,
That far back?
No, it was either that or anyway. It was when I did the 11th Doctor a lot, and I was skinnier. Anyway, but yes, I did meet him, and he was really nice. I do miss seeing him in Power Rangers or hearing anything about him, and it's sad that what happened with him.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of Robin Williams there.
Yeah, it's with depression and anxiety. Sometimes you just don't know what they're going through the head. So,
And I
my
kind of.
recommendation with that is seek counseling, therapists. I know you might not want to, but I see a therapist every few weeks, and it's changed me so much.
Yep.
Anyway,
and I tell you,
off that topic.
and I so yeah, and briefly, I have a theory as far as like the depression that he may have been. I think his like going to the cons and Power Ranger, but I think that was his coping mechanism there, kind of masking what he was going through.
Yeah.
Sort of like the mask he wears in the show.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he was, and like I say, my meetup with him, of course, which I do have it on the channel there, was when he came to Bolger, and me and Christina got to ask him questions there, stuff like that. There's one clip where he actually, I think it was the Saturday, because we went there Friday. No, actually it was it was Friday and Saturday that they had the event going on. But the second day, day two, we went there. He had seen my books on day one when I got an autograph from him in a picture. And I was not expecting this, but it was like when they said, "Okay, now it's your turn." He saw me with the mic. Star Striker. Stuff. and then he said, "Well, hey, tell him a little bit. Tell him a little bit about your book." There.
Cool.
So yeah, he really is like really a nice me, and I think it was some other people that he even was like had so with some other creators in his fan group that he like hey y'all share what you got there.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I like people who do that, who realize that, and who are like, and then realize and see the person who created it.
exactly.
And
Yep.
So, and you've got so many books. It's
My, yeah,
like
I
a
got
full half little area of your books.
of the whole the multiverse
From
of
where you
Gabe.
began to now to Miko and the coming ones and the feared.
Oh yeah, it's a multiverse there.
Yeah.
Yep, and yeah, and only one that had not EJ actually he hadn't met him in person, but he actually did. I think he associate with he talked with him online once because he commented on something I think EJ had said on I think maybe possibly Instagram or something there. And EJ was like first he didn't know it, but then it's like, wait a minute, Tommy? Then it's the way I guess how I forgot what he said, but the way he read, he's like he could all of a sudden hear the Tommy voice. Say,
Oh yeah. When it comes to voice acting, whenever like I've noticed a lot of different voices like and stuff, and I met one at GeekCon, and I was gonna take a selfie. He's like, no, let me take a picture of the selfies. This was on Friday night, this previous GeekCon. And so he took my phone, and we did so many different funny pictures where I'm like trying to go up towards it, and he has my phone, and so he's taking pictures as he goes.
he was having
He plays different characters, but they're not. A lot of them are not. They're more side characters, but But at the same time, he does really good voice acting. Just Chuck. No. I'm blanking on his name. But he was at GeekCon this past time in Shreveport, Bossier area.
Yep. But yeah, that was kind of why. So yeah, those were our encounters with JDF. With JDF there. So we finally did. All four of us get together for Captain America. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because we had with there. We even made a Teen Titans short there of us singing it there. So,
oh yes, we did.
Mr.
So it wouldn't get copyrighted. Plus, it was much better than the Teen Titans.
because we had a great choir director.
Oh yes, with us, AJ.
Yeah.
Jay or AJ, one of the way ever you pronounce his name.
When me and Christina first started dating, her grandmother was always calling me Gary. There comes Gary again. Oh, I'm Gary now. Say, oh boy! And every time she said Gary, I thought about one of my coworkers back then I worked with, actually named Gary.
There's
Yeah.
also Pokemon Gary.
Oh yeah, Gary Oak. Yeah. Yeah.
I had a character. That was another role play where my character was Gary's sister.
Oh yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah, she's now older and got an Entei and is with Lance. Now, let me explain this. he's jealous of her because she has a ultimate Pokemon, and she's with Lance, but she has a kid. I mean, like, next generation, where they're, my friend Amber has a character with Leo from one of the newer Pokemons, and both of them are the kids of champions,
Oh yeah.
from the league. So it's cool.
Yep. Yep.
I swear I thought her dog.
So yeah, that definitely that Cap. Yeah, so we did Captain America, and of course Superman for EJ's birthday. Say
Yep, who was surprised?
with the mark of friendship. Say,
Oh yes,
yeah,
I tried my best at that. It didn't fully go around.
at least I did.
did it as much as I could.
I did edit in what it was supposed to be though. Just yeah, it was. Yep, and so we had that, which was a really great movie. There we had great detail on the video.
Yeah.
Then of course, because Superman had just occurred, and now Fantastic Four was coming, and we had GeekCon coming up too, and a few other things on pretty not on your end, EJ's end, and our end coming up to it. So I was like, but we gotta do this Fantastic Four because it was really it was several things that made me think about it. The four, of course, and there's four of us, and then it was also they focused with family, and you mentioned in the Superman that we were like family, so I was like, so we got to do this. So we got together on audio to do it. Like, that was the first.
We had issues with
and I actually
webcam and all that stuff.
And I actually put up a video of the technical difficulties too there.
Technical difficulties.
It's like, can you hear us? It's like, so
might not be the perfect, but we try our best.
Yep. It sort of, but it was pretty good. It was like almost like a podcast with the audio there.
Yeah.
And
like I saw Fantastic Four the week before we did ours, so seeing it again was actually really, really good because I noticed things that I hadn't noticed before. So.
Yep. And then of course I mentioned earlier our Bumblebee review. That was before the Miracle Crew formation there, and it was pretty much done like the way we're doing this video here, pretty much.
I had to rewatch it.
Yep. So that was.
It had been so long.
Oh, it was. Yeah, we was on there pretty good little while there. So that was that, and like I say, we do plan. He is a. I accidentally put 25th when I was double checking with him, and he was like, no, Saturday. I mean Friday. I was like, so he said, so yeah, he is free Friday. We should be getting together for Scooby Doo, our final one for the year.
That's in October, right?
Exactly. Yes, that 24th. Yeah, right.
It's gonna be the day before I go on vacation. I'm not gonna say where, cause you know what I mean.
Yep. So
but we're gonna have, hopefully, if all goes well, and I get my webcam going, because apparently it worked, but then it didn't work. So I'm on my phone. We're gonna watch that movie. It's been so long since it came out, and I saw it, when it came out. But I was like, it's been so long.
Oh, good old Matthew Lillard there.
And I mean,
Yeah.
I remember certain scenes of it, but not all of it.
Yeah, man, it's real, and it'll be real. Um, like I say, because I actually, like I say, I actually, I mean, I still, I now, yeah, like I say, briefly, I did not really was of the whole Scrappy the villain thing, but rewatching it, I actually like. Okay, it is not what I would have wrote, but I kind of see
Yeah,
what okay, because everybody was kind of mad with each other. They was having, and it actually was. I mean, I know a lot of people and a lot of people probably don't like that in the Scooby game, but it kind of. I mean, it kind of made sense. I mean, in perspective of the character, because I,
yeah,
it kind of. You know how like James Gunn, he directed Guardian of the Galaxy, right? I kind of
yeah,
see a little bit of that in early Scooby Doo. The way he
yeah.
wrote it, there's almost, because that's kind of the way they were. They sort of bickered and stuff, but in the
Yeah.
end, they were there for each other.
Thing is, he was the side character so much, and never got that much attention, and that's why that his character was. But I don't. I mean, I was mad. Also, like a lot of the others, that he was the villain, and I was just like, really?
I,
But I understand. I mean, I understand.
why,
You
yeah.
know,
And let's
yeah. I mean,
just,
why?
when I
But
saw the,
it's still one of those
I saw
really,
them, I saw that
you
movie,
know.
when I saw the movie, when it first came out, that summer, I remember I watched a lot of Scooby Doo episodes before going to see the movie to get myself in the mood. And I was like, okay, okay, they split up, but okay, they're starting to come back together. Okay, so I'm keep watching, like, okay, okay, let's get it. Then it was like, okay, let's see who he really is. Scrappy pops up. I couldn't now. Of course, I can't yell in the movie theater because they'll throw me out. But in my mind, at 14 years old, this was what? That was my reaction in my mind. I was at that point I was upset with that there. And
Yeah,
yeah,
I understand.
but like I said, I kind of understand the direction a little bit better now there.
Yeah,
So yeah, so you'll definitely hear us about that when we get there. Yeah, and I think the last thing was what like the future of the Miracle Crew. Say well, say you what would you what would you like in the future of the Miracle Crew?
I mean, we do a lot of reviews. Um, maybe some reviews about like some of our books, books coming out.
Oh
Like just
yeah, like talk about that.
like maybe some of your older books, maybe.
Oh, like from different perspectives, kinda.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah,
And just,
sort of.
I mean, that's thought. That's the thought.
Okay, that
You know,
because I mean that
it's just,
would tie, and then plus that ties in with the channel too. There.
yeah,
Yeah.
because some of his older works are different than now.
Exactly.
Totally
Yeah.
different than now.
Oh
I mean,
yes.
he's read them on this channel, and he's read some of them on this channel. But like the one he's reading, yeah, that's one of those.
That was a big one there. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And I think as I mentioned on it there, the because I just because so far well as we're making this video, I just read the intro of it, which was a long intro, and
yeah,
the character one of the characters in there was pretty much I pretty much was putting a lot of me in there, like the ADHD, um, Bruno not doing so well in school and stuff like that. It was like, yeah, this
Yeah.
was a lot of me in school here. Well, mostly eighth grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that's a pretty good idea. And one thing I was kind of thinking, I know this was
I
sort
know
of
what happens.
I know this idea was sort of vary, just depending on what we come up with together. But you know how Channel Awesome does like those anniversary movies, like Suburban Nights and stuff like that.
Yeah. I watch them every now and then.
That's what I was thinking. Like, what if we did, like in the future, something like independent films of our own and or skits and
Yes.
stuff like that.
I
Especially,
like EJ with his small little reels type thing.
yep,
But actual script. I'm not the best actor unless I usually am the minor character and most of the stuff if I'm in a theater role. But if it's small and I actually have an idea for a skit, I'll do it. But I haven't done
kind of a
most stuff.
direction, kind of.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah. Um, yeah, but that's kind of one like that the play that he read at that he re- that we all when we read his play, it was like a sort of a like I guess you could say I think it was probably like a murder mystery there. Sort of like with
yeah.
a nowhere like with sort of that black and white noir feeling kind of thing there. And
Well, isn't that what it is?
in and
Stop.
out, in and out. That's what it was. And
Yeah.
yeah, I was because
Stop.
I mentioned to him like, yeah, we could probably maybe we can like especially like one of the plays that maybe you wrote like actually perform it there. And
Well, there's an anime called Noir.
oh, really?
What he, yeah, but it's a very interesting anime, but it's a shorter anime, one of the lesser knowns,
Hmm.
and it's about two people who are want to have missions to kill each other, but they're both women, and I mean, I need to rewatch it. Me and Sarah, my friend, love it.
Hmm.
Like,
Okay.
I mean, everybody has a different genre they like, but if you want to try something different and just to check it out, just watch the first episode.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yep. And then that's also another thing.
it's a
With
short.
coming up with skit stuff like that, there is possibility in the future of uh new members and stuff like that there, other friends we have, um kind of rotate like a rotating roster in some videos, like for instance, you might just say for example, if like, okay, and now in this video we're talking about this one of the Sailor Moon movies, and it cut to you and Christina for you, like, hey, what's up,
Yeah.
everybody? Like, kind
I
of
need
like,
to rewatch a lot of Sailor Moon because that was another anime that I read, uh, but I never really finished it. Finished it like later on
oh
series
yeah,
wise. But I have, I think every DVD except like a season except one season. So I have them all over there. There. Ignore the Christmas tree.
hmm
I've had it up since last Christmas.
at least you're
So,
already ready.
well, I'm gonna add a few little things when it comes to that.
Hmm. Yep. Well, yeah, stuff. Yeah, but that's definitely something to look forward
Yeah,
to in the future, and of course,
rotating.
And of course, something I definitely, of course, me and Christina having a little one there.
Yes, I hope
My,
so.
my, see, probably see a future,
Little kid running around in the background.
and just 5 years later, he's like, me, it's like, okay, so
Gosh, I don't know if I'd have someone by then.
who knows? Well,
I tell God only knows.
I mean, I don't even know.
Seriously, like he knows what my path is, and I said to him, if you if you send me someone, I'll be happy, and and I will accept it through friends. Like being friends, and then if it gets to that point, I will accept it. It's okay if I'm single because I have my friends and family, So it's not like I'm not gonna be not happy. Plus, it's God, Plus, we have my Pomeranian who's sleeping in there, in my room, which I'm getting sleepy.
Yeah.
But we're gonna finish up our little thing about the Miracle Crew and what we're gonna what's gonna happen, and so we'll probably all have different things in the future, and he'll keep you updated on it too.
Oh yeah, we Yep, as the new year comes in, like I say, it'll be as a one thing you can definitely say, there will be some spontaneous things too there, because one thing EJ mentioned in his live stream before making this video, one thing that he personally learned was, you can tell some things, but don't tell everything, which I mean, there are. I mean, it's just sort of like a movie. You don't want to spoil the movie.
Let me put it this way: that whenever I pray to people, and they give the prayer request, and I pray unsaid words that are more personal. I pray for them too, meaning the stuff that they're dealing with that they can't tell others.
Oh yeah.
Because it's so close and it's so deep. And so that's why I say unsaid, words, or mainly it's words, because I understand, because we both have stuff that's back here,
that only God knows there.
Yeah. That only God knows, and also we don't want to tell others.
Yep.
Because we only talk about certain things we understand, together. So,
Exactly there, yep. And so so that's why he's saying, like I said, I know we told some things, but because obviously some things might come up that we don't even know about right now, and some things like we have in mind, but we don't. But like a movie, we don't want to spoil it. Remember back in the day when all you had was just movie trailers and that was it.
Oh yeah.
But now, and now you got actors like Mark Ruffalo and Tom Holland spoiling stuff for us.
Yeah.
So
I just finished the end of the 5th season of Chosen, and I have to wait till next year
to get the 6th season.
The 5th season is about the end of where right before Judas Judas and the guards take him to being the crucifixion and all that stuff. But the 5th season's about the Last Supper.
Oh, okay.
from The Chosen, and I recommend it highly. Recommend it who are looking Christians and who would love to see the personal side of Jesus through like a actual emotions and not just, you know, a thing about throwing out certain things. It shows him more having more emotions as a human being at times, because it weighs on him. So sometimes he just says, I need to go away and just be by myself. And it's mainly saying he needed some time alone because he was processing emotions and all that stuff. But it's such a great series because of all his disciples and how they evolved.
Yep.
And the first episode is about Mary the Magdalene, who, you only hear the series, the how he saves her and all that stuff, but it gets more into an actual, the way it was for her back then. So I'm not going to spoil it, but I recommend watching at least one episode. And also there's an episode about him and the kids. And it's such a cute little episode.
Yep, suffer the little children, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So
anyway.
Yep. So yeah, you could definitely look forward to whole lot more from the Miracle Crew there, as well as also new books and everything. Yeah. Which, like I say, wow, the Miracle Crew, all of us, that's kind of one of the things that made me make Wild On there. So, yeah. Which at first it was going to be Pest Raiders, which was sort of like supposed to be like Ghostbusters but with bugs. But now it's like Power Rangers with bugs.
It's actually a pretty cool idea, and that's going to be put out. Because I think, to be honest, from what I hear, it's really, really good idea and written. He's going to be putting it all together, soon in the future.
Oh yeah, so yeah, you can definitely look forward to those new things, and guess if nothing else, because the camera's starting to get worn out there.
I'm getting tired, but it's a good tired.
Yep. So yeah, that's pretty much what we got here. Hope you guys like this, especially this little format here, and definitely like, share, subscribe. Get available books, and hit us up on that Patreon, just like Iceman Universe does there. And check out his stuff, like, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Naruto, One Piece, Naruto, stuff like that. Oh, he got, 6 different reactions there. And
oh my gosh.
Definitely support.
Courage is my
favorite.
It's in the crazy cartoonist era where cartoon was, but he's my things I do for love.
Oh yeah, it's a pretty good little series there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And definitely support us, the Miracle Crew, because of course yours truly, Queen Tina, Big Sis Case, and of course EJ the Supreme. And and be sure to hang out with us in the live streams, Discord, Facebook, and we can even sell each other some stuff in the Macari app. And without further ado, we will see you guys in the next video. Y'all take care, everybody.
Yes, you guys.
See you later, everybody.